For purposes of clarification, I'm referring to these WhatsApp messages on page 20 of the core bundle, which is the affidavit of Kuneni in the search and seizure application. The WhatsApps are extracted or retrieved from Matlala's device, but the messages are from Mogotsi. Did you understand it also in that way?
I do, Chair.
Okay. So it's Mogotsi who writes and disappears from Matlala's device. I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution. He's telling Matlala, and in a further message from Mogotsi, the task team came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. They got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they're bringing all the dockets to Sibiya. So that is Mogotsi to Matlala. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that how you also understood it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Now, can I proceed to Chair? Because I was still responding, if I remember.
Okay. Just coming to the directive of the 31st of December. You said that there was you received it. When did you first receive it?
I received it on the 3rd of January. I received an email from the Office of the National Commissioner.
And you deal with the Minister's Directive?
Yes.
On page 10 of your statement, under the heading Minister's Directive dated 31 December 2024, from paragraph 25 onwards. And then at 27, look at paragraph 27.
Paragraph 27.
Yeah, that's where we talk about receiving an email from the office of by Brigadier Letoko, and that email is at page 54, SB3.
If I were to start at paragraph 27, it reads thus. On the 3rd of January 2025, an email was addressed to my office by Brigadier Letoko from the Office of the National Commissioner, which directed me, the Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, to communicate the deactivation of the PKTT to the relevant team. My office was further requested to submit a close-up report on 14 January 2025 for National Commissioner's consideration and sign off to the Minister. And I'm quite sure, Chair and Honorable Members, that the National Commissioner said that he did give such an instruction that on the 14th of January, it is when this close-up report he must get.
So this is at SB3. It's from Brigadier Letoko, dated Friday the 3rd of January, and it's sent to you, and it says Office of DNC Crime Detection.
Yes.
The subject matter, as directed, DNC, that's Deputy National, we requested according to communicate the deactivation of the relevant team. Your office is requested to submit a close-up report to be submitted on 14 January for NATCOM's consideration and sign-off to the Minister.
That's correct.
Now, this is notwithstanding the fact that the directive itself, which is at SB2, on pages 52 and 53, that is addressed to the National Commissioner himself.
That is correct.
And it's not addressed to you.
Yes, I never received this type of a document at all. and it went to the National Commissioner's office. Now, if the National Commissioner had a problem with this type of instruction, it is the type of instruction that was not ever supposed to have gone further down, to be disseminated to further for implementation. If I was the National Commissioner and then I received this type of document that I do not agree with.
No, but the National Commissioner is on leave. He's on leave. He took leave just before the end of the year. There was a Police Day event on the 28th. I don't know if you were there in KZN. Lieutenant General Mkunazi was there. The Minister was there. Never mentioned anything about the disestablishment of the political task team. Then the National Commissioner goes on leave from the end of December to the 14th of January. So he's not in the office.
To start with, Chair and honorable members, when you are a National Commissioner of the South African Police Services, you remain the National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, even if you are on leave. Whatever that happens in the country is still on your shoulders. You're still accountable, even if you are on leave. Whatever that happens, you will make a call or a call will reach you. We all know that if there comes something that needs where you need advice, you will pick up a call and call the National Commissioner and he will advise you, being on leave. Even if it's overseas, he knows he's still the National Commissioner of the Police.
No, but you've got an acting national.
It's fine. As the acting National Commissioner, I will call the National Commissioner and say, NASCOM, I'm confronted with 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you suggest how I should deal with it? You will say, no, I suggest that you do. It happens all the time. You will say, no, I suggest that you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not easy to just say, no, I was on leave, I'll see it when you come back. The country won't stop. You remain the National Commissioner. Now, in this case, the acting National Commissioner is there. The one thing that is for sure is that the letter from the Office of the National Commissioner will never be disseminated further downwards unless there's consultation, whether with the acting National Commissioner or with the National Commissioner himself. If they did see that document, the National Commissioner said he became aware of that document on the 2nd of January. Even General Mkunazi says he called him and then he asked him, he said he didn't know about it. It is not enough to say, I saw it, but I said, no, I'll see it when I come back. No, no, no. You are the National Commissioner of the Police of the country. You are confronted by a document that is addressed to you by the minister. I will take a call. I will call the minister and say, Minister, I received this document and I still think that we can engage on this document. Can I come back? Can I respond to this document when I come back? This is under normal circumstances, what must happen. So now, as far as I'm concerned, where I draw the line is the fact that here is an email, which is a directive from the office that I report to, that says do the following. In the same email, same breath, when you go to 55, page SB4, page 55, same email, you'll see below is the National Commissioner's office. On top is my response. I carry out the instruction as I receive it, and I don't change even one word. I say, DNC Crime Detection has directed that the trailing email be forwarded for your attention and the closing report be signed off by the 13th of January. National Commissioner wanted it on the 14th. I say, let me see it before on the 13th of January. This has got nothing to do with Brown. It has got nothing to do with Cat. It is simply what is being received by me from the Office of the National Commissioner. And I remember we're all coming back from leave. So now.
But Brown, it may have nothing to do with Brown or Cat.
Yes, I
According
agree.
to you, but we know, we agreed that. We know for a fact that they knew about it. They knew in this WhatsApp exchange on the 1st of January, they knew that the task team is going to be dissolved. They said so in their WhatsApp communication.
The talkers were in that thing was in the media. It was in the media. Everybody read about it in the media.
On the 1st of January on New Year's Day.
I think from the 31st or the first day, but it was on the media, same day.
Yeah.
It was leaked same day, same time. Now, can I proceed?
Yes, please.
Now, I then contacted the National Commission on NASCOM. I received this thing. And I'm going to approach General Rabi to assist me. That's a hand.
Honorable Nombalo.
Yes, Chair. I just want to be clear for my records. I don't understand the response that has been given by the General, that when he says the disbandment issue was already in the media. What does he mean? Does it mean it was in the media before the decision was taken or before the decision was communicated? What is the meaning of that? So that we can record properly.
The letter of the disbandment signed by the minister on the 31st of January somehow found itself in the media space, and it was widely circulated. So most of the people, including the DPP, KZN, and Provincial Commissioner KZN, they all say we saw it on the media. So it was widely, it was leaked somehow to the media. In my case, it was never sent to my office. You can see, you can follow all the email trails. We never received it. Now,
Have you responded to the?
I did, I think.
Okay. How to?
I see the still follow-up question there.
Do you know?
Still a follow-up question.
Senior Counsel, there is a follow-up question from the Honorable.
Oh, sorry, apologies.
Yeah, no, Chair, still what I don't understand is, was it in the media before it was signed by the minister or after it was signed and before it was circulated? Can he be clear on that?
It was after it was signed and after it was sent to the National Commissioner's office.
Honorable Nombalo, are you satisfied?
No, I think I'm satisfied, Chairperson. He says it got to the media after it was sent to the National Commissioner's office. I think that is my understanding of what he is telling us.
It's like Honorable Ngola was also trying to help to give a better understanding. Honorable Ngola.
I clarified Mr. Nombala, that's why it's covered. No, no, Chair, just one thing which I think the SC maybe you can come back to it at the end when you're about to finish. When you started with the communication from Mr. Brown Mokhotsi to Mr. Ket Matlala that says the team that harassed you in your house is dissolved on Monday, blah, blah, blah. I have arranged a meeting with Sibiya and the minister, blah, blah, blah. But you quickly skipped without the general. The general was trying to give his understanding of that. But I think the SC quickly skipped before the answer, but he may come back to it later, it's fine.
Your request is that the general respond to that statement. Okay. SC, did you get the point? Or General, did you hear what the honorable member is saying?
I heard what the honorable member said, Chair. I would prefer that maybe the SC should pose the question so that I can then respond directly to the question.
Okay. Let's see. The honorable members are saying that at the point when you were supposed to have allowed the general to respond, you quickly moved to the next question and did not afford him an opportunity to comment on the statement regarding the alleged WhatsApp text, which on page 20, which it is alleged that they form part of a conversation between Mr. Mkhotsi and Mr. Matala.
Well, I thought we had passed, and when I clarified that the text, although it was found on Matlala's phone, extracted from his phone, that the text actually came from Mkhotsi, who made.
What they are saying, they want to hear the comment of the general on that statement.
Well, I got the impression he agreed, because I clarified it. I may have been mistaken or confused him, and now I'm clarifying it, and he agreed with the clarification.
Okay, let's hear what Honorable Ngola's point is.
Chair, I think the SC is not understanding what we're trying to say. He himself started with the text, alleged text that is part of the bundles. The text, besides the fact that it's a communication between Mr. Brown Mkhotsi and Ket Matlala, but it makes mention of a role that is supposed to be played by the Deputy National Commissioner of Police, because it says, I have arranged with the minister and Sibiya. And our understanding is that the Sibiya that they are talking about, unless the general is going to clarify it, is the Deputy National Commissioner of the South African Police. So before the general could comment on that text or alleged text, the SC skipped to another aspect. So if we can allow, amidst him leading evidence, if we can allow the General Sibiya to also make an input on that. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I responded by saying that I think this was a communication between two people that spoke about our names. And at this point in time, Chair, one cannot really accept responsibility of two people talking somewhere and adding our names when we are not sure and even part thereof. And in an attempt to try and demonstrate that we had nothing to do with this whole thing, I'm bringing in all the correspondence that shows that this instruction, if we were acting on an instruction or advice or request, or maybe as indicated by Brown Mkhotsi to Ket, the whole arrangement would have been started by me. I would have been the one to write, and then the House would have been perfectly allowed to say, but on what basis did you write this? Because we see this email, this communication between Brown and Ket, and we see now you wrote this letter, you are disbanding. Who gave you this permission? But that is not the case. Unless this whole thing, anyone who wants to say, I know, the minister knows, then the National Commissioner knows, because this communication is also from him. I'm saying, me, what I responded to, is that what come from the National Commissioner. That what forced the National Commissioner to write that email to me, is that what gave me an instruction to start implementing. Above all, let us look at the email that the National Commissioner says, I spoke to General Rabi to help him. And who is General Rabi? It's in the National Commissioner's office. And we can go to that email. But listen to this before we go to that email, the document that was crafted from the National Commissioner's office. My staff officer say, I write to my staff officer and say, Please call me at your earliest convenience to discuss the above directive from the National Commissioner's office. Now, she says to me, that's my staff officer now, 7 January. She says, General, I've confirmed with Brigadier Lotoko that she dealt with the HR matters separately, and ours is just to facilitate the closing report to minister's signature. For minister's signature, I have sent it to the DIVCOM office with due date for the 13th of January. 13th of January. Now, this is my staff officer. This date of the 13th of January is given by my staff officer. These are staff officers working. I accept the responsibility of what she wrote, but I'm just indicating, Chair, that this is the date she gave and said the National Commissioner want this by the 14th. So you see, I bring this thing on the 13th so that the DNC can have a look at it. That's what happened. Now, we then go to, I want us to go to the letter that was written then. I don't want to run ahead of myself, Council, but I wanted to then refer to SB 6, which is page 59 and 60. Now, General Rabi, having been directed by the National Commissioner to assist me, I also spoke to General Rabi, by the way, and the National Commissioner also said he asked General Rabi to assist me. Now, General Rabi produced a document. This document is at page 60. It's written, Deactivation and Disbandment of the National Task Team on Political Killings. This is a very important document that I think needs to be read into the record, Chair. I don't know, but it's quite a lengthy document. It's 4 pages.
That's the one of the 17. That's the first one.
Senior Counsel.
Yeah, that was on the 17th of January.
Yes.
This is after. Now let I just can I just do this, Chair, Honorable Chair? Are we over these WhatsApps now? Because I thought much earlier I clarified this with a witness. I discussed the content with him. We agreed. Matlala's phone was handed in voluntarily. This is downloaded from his phone. But of course, he can't be held responsible for the messages. They put it there, and his evidence is that if they put it there, he can't account for it. So when they talk about a minister meeting between him and the minister, and they talk about the closing down of the unit, and that the dockets are going to come to Sibiya, he said, well, if that's what the messenger said, he can't account. I thought we did this.
You see, the message says, as we speak, the dockets are on their way to General Sibiya, and that was January. Yeah. The dockets were only brought to the office of the DIVCOM on the 28th. The handing over was done on the 28th of March. So which means what is contained in the SMS is not right.
Well, it may not be right, but it's not accurate, because it's not. They say the dockets are on the way to Sibiya as we speak, and that's on the 1st of January.
In my case, I wanted to systematically go with this thing because here is an instruction, a letter that is written, instruction received from the National Commissioner. General Rabi put a deactivation plan in paper that talks about how to do this deactivation, and finally writing out the closing report, all the exercises that must happen here. It explained everything leading to the Office of General Masemola bringing me the final document that I must now finally sign. And then, and it's also still referred to my office by the Office of the National Commissioner. The same letter that was done by General Rabi, it was sent to the Office of the National Commissioner, not to me, from Rabi, as directed by the National Commissioner, to Sibiya, who's the office manager in the Office of the National Commissioner. Then Sibiya take it to my PA and say, print and give to the general to sign. So the National Commissioner says, I brought him a document that he did not like and he didn't sign. But that's a document that comes from the National Commissioner's office. I take it that if he didn't like it, should have called Rabi again and say, hey, I don't like this document. Why did you write 1, 2, 3, 4? Because it's not how I want it, not to let it go further.
But can we just go back a bit to your statement? You said, and go to paragraph 30 on page 12, where you say that the NC was on leave at the time when I received the email on the 3rd of January. General Mosekile was appointed as the acting national commissioner on 31 December 2024. I called Major General Rabi to assist me with the implementation plan. After having discussions with Major General Rabi, he confirmed that he would put an implementation plan together for my consideration. But you had already gone to the NC and he with this plan. And he then said, no, he's not happy with it. That was I think on the 14th, 15th, and then you had to come back, which he still didn't accept.
It's the same document.
Yeah. Yes. But the point here is you said I first called Rabi with the implementation plan.
To assist me with the implementation plan.
So that is even before you went to the National Commission?
Yes.
So why didn't you speak to General Mosekile, who is now acting as National Commissioner?
Where is it stated?
On the 30th, paragraph 30, you say General Mosekile was appointed as acting National Commissioner on 31 December 2024. So when you received the email from Brigadier Letoko on the 3rd of February, why didn't you clarify this with General Mosekile? Instead, you go straight to Major General Rabi.
No. Remember that the email that comes from the National Commissioner's office, it comes from General Musiki, because she's acting as the national. Now, Brigadier Letoko would never send this document to me unless General Musikidi said so. So it comes from the National Commissioner's office. Who was acting is General Musiki. Now, I can't call General Musiki and say, can I please speak to General Rabi? That is my implementation plan now. Once the email comes from there, it's for implementation. I was implementing. And that's what I did. And even the National Commissioner confirmed that he also spoke to Rabi, that Rabi must help me. Remember that when you talk about a disbandment, it's not a small thing. There is they call it organization and work study, OD, the organizational development. They conduct work study investigations, whether you want to establish a police station or a branch, or whether you want to deactivate or whatever improvement you want to make in the police that requires a work study investigation. These are the people that are well trained to write such reports. And they will know what needs to be in that kind of a report. That is why we thought of immediately, let us speak to General Rabi because he will assist. And he said, no, I will help you, General. And he wrote it. After he wrote that disbandment plan, he sent it to General Sibiya, the National Commissioner's Office again. It is the National Commissioner's Office again. Now, on the 16th, remember the National Commissioner, we met on the 14th and 15th. And he said he didn't like it. But on the 17th, I get, is it the 16th? I get a document that come from General Sibiya, attaching this document and say, we are just print and give the general to sign. We did that. The wording is exactly the same. I just had to change because the initial one that the National Commissioner didn't sign, he said, no, sign it, this operation, the general can sign it. He's a Deputy National Commissioner and this is operational anyway. And then it was sent through Office of General Sibiya. Here is an email that sends this document to my office. And when you read this whole document, all the headings of what needs to happen in terms of deactivation, consultation with stakeholders, everything, you can see that it is adequate enough, detailed enough, even more than the one that was submitted by General Kumal, because General Kumal is not an expert in writing this type of reports. People like General Rabi are the ones who can write the reports, it's their job.
Okay, can I, for your comment, can I just read what?
May we take Honorable Skosana, Senior Counsel?
Thank you, Chair. Just for the record, Chair, that, I know the issue of ranks is confusing because when you go to page 12, whilst you were there, it says General Musikili. I'm not sure whether when the National Commissioner, when NASCOM goes on leave, a Lieutenant General becomes a General, or he remains a Lieutenant General acting as NASCOM.
The case.
Yes, perhaps, I mean, for capturing, is it correctly captured here? Like yourself, when you were acting, you are no longer a Lieutenant General, you become automatically a general.
No. There's only one general.
Yeah, hence I'm saying on records here, it says General Musikili, which for me is misleading. Because a Musikili is a Lieutenant General, it's not a general. Because you have Major General Rabi, you have Lieutenant General. So what I'm trying to say to you, to the evidence reader as well, because this, as it's captured here, it means at that time, Lieutenant General Musikili was now a general.
It's a mistake.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Cameron.
Chair, if I may, I don't know if it's my place, but just to give some clarity. If we speak to any general, whether it's a full general, lieutenant general, or a major general, we call that person general. When you speak to a lieutenant colonel, you sometimes say colonel. You don't necessarily say lieutenant colonel. So I don't think the intention was necessarily to mislead. It's the same if we call Advocate Arendse SC the whole time. SC is not a title. He's Advocate Arendse. So they're different ways. I don't think it was intentionally misleading. I just wanted to clarify that that we would say general, whether it's a major general, lieutenant general, or full general. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Mombalo.
No, Chair, we are satisfied with the response and with the acknowledgement that it was a mistake. So this appetite of wanting to repeat something that has been clarified, I don't know where it comes from. So we're fine with that response because he has clarified that it's a mistake. So Honorable Cameroon must not bring another confusion.
Let's accept the clarity from the senior counsel and the enrichment from Honorable Cameron.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
May we proceed?
And can I just read to you from General Masemola's affidavit at paragraph 117. He says, on 15 January 2025, Lieutenant General Sibiya came to my office and found me with Major General Sibola. He briefed me on the prepared plan/letter for the PKTT. He presented a plan/letter directed to Lieutenant General Kumalo, which letter he requested I sign. I did not sign the letter, plan, and told him I would prefer that if ultimately the PKTT was to be disbanded, in brackets he says, which I was against, close brackets, I did not want it to be abrupt, but rather be taken through the process of winding it down gradually. I told him to leave the matter with me, and I will continue with it myself and develop the report or plan that the minister required. Lieutenant General Sibiya was well aware that as National Commissioner, only I had the authority to sign off the letter he wanted me to sign. Notwithstanding this, he proceeded to issue the same letter under his own name on 17 January 2025, without even changing the due date, which was stated as 16 January 2025. This letter was issued under Lieutenant General Sibiya's name after Lieutenant General Kumalo and I briefed the minister on the 16th of January 2025 on Lieutenant General Sibiya's involvement and association with criminal syndicates. So if you just to round off that narrative on the 64, so that first letter he's referring to, you'll see at 64 of your bundle attached to your statement, there's no signature by the minister. Sorry, by the National Commissioner. And then at 69, which deals with the same subject matter, you'll see the space for the National Commissioner is not there, but you sign it on the 17th of January 2025. So that's what that paragraph effectively says.
The chair, the council asked a question earlier, and I was prepared to answer that question. Then you proceeded. So let's go to this page and that page. But what I want to indicate is that let's go to page 59. Page 59, which is SB6, which is the Office of General Rabi, who sent the document to General Sibola on the 14th of January 2025 at 14:10. Then later again at 15:43, send the same document. In other words, because there's no any writing in between, in other words, it tells me that the document was sent either fix 1, 2, 3 but it was sent again on 15:43. Now on the 14th of January. Then it stays in General Sibola's office for 2 days. General Sibola's office is the National Commissioner. She discusses with the National Commissioner. And General Sibiya will never forward a document to me that the National Commission never approved. Then General Sibiya sent it to me on the 16th of January. On the 16th of January. This is the National Commissioner's office. Now, if the National Commissioner say I was with him in the presence of General Sibiya, and he indicated that he doesn't like the plan, why then forward it to me by General Sibiya again? Doesn't make sense. So, whatever document that I'm dealing with comes from the National Commissioner's office. And let me be consistent to what I'm saying. Let us look at the meeting of the 9th of the 5th of March in Parliament. The National Commissioner was there, the Minister was there, everybody was there. General Masemola made his comment. General Kumalo spoke about the disbandment, and he spoke about the status of the current status, and I want to get to that point, Chair, because I prepared on this one. Now, in Parliament, in short, because I do not spend time trying to look for a document that I can't find. In short, in Parliament, it says the political task team have achieved the purpose for which they have been established, and they can be used as a benchmark. All districts have stabilized except the eThekwini district. And he puts a map there that shows green, 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 green. And he also put a graph. He also put a graph that shows that this political killing task team, Chair, I want us to be able to see that, yeah, because we've got it. I don't know if I can be assisted, Chair, to get to that document. Let's see. Because of the problem that we're not going according to my statement. Let me go there. It will indicate to me where is.
Nothing. Sure, I would do honestly.